Spike Lee does the right thing with BlacKklansman, the strange but true story of Black cop Ron Stallworth, who infiltrated the Colorado chapter of the Ku Klux Klan. Set in the late 1970s but informed by the here and now, it's fueled by righteous anger against racial hatred and anti-Semitism, leavened by scathing wit. John David Washington, Adam Driver and Topher Grace leading a sterling cast, the film is very much in the wheelhouse of the Brooklyn director, a Spike Lee joint. From producer Jordan Peele. Based on some faux real *T. It's his best movie, and also his most commercially minded, since Inside Man, which starred Washington's dad Denzel, a dozen years ago. BlacKkKlansman is fact-based drama, co-written by Lee with his KRAQ screenplay partner Kevin Wilmot, as well as producers Charlie Wachtel and David Rabinowitz. Stallworth's autobiography forms the narrative backbone. The battle against racial hatred, anti-Semitism and other social issues is at the core of BlacKkKlansman. The story draws from Stallworth's harrowing experiences as the first American cop on the Colorado Springs Police Force, who in 1979 infiltrated the KKK by posing as a white supremacist after answering a newspaper ad. Article continued below. Stallworth, played by Washington with an impressive afro and fist-waving attitude, would talk to KKK leaders on the telephone while a white undercover colleague, called Flip Zimmerman in the film, played by Adam Driver, would attend Klan rallies. In the movie, Stallworth also finds time for romance, as he courts an outspoken black student union activist played by Laura Harrier. Read more. Opinion: Director Spike Lee says world needs wake-up call about racism. Review: Bo Burnham gets into character as a 13-year-old girl for 8th grade new Nicole Kidman. Elizabeth Moss films come to TIFF's deglamorizing platform lineup. Undercover teamwork by Stallworth and Zimmerman, which gives BlacKkKlansman the momentum of a spy thriller, is credited with stopping acts of violence in Colorado. Topher Grace plays KKK leader David Duke, a smooth-talking hate-monger in a three-piece suit. Grace told a news conference following the film's world premiere in Cannes in May, where it won the Fest's Grand Prix second only to the Palme d'Or, that he took the role only because Spike Lee was directing. The movie begins with a reminder of America's racist history and Hollywood's willing complicity, the latter including a brief revisiting of Gone with the Wind, a favorite Lee target, and its Confederate flag-waving sympathies. The opener also features a cameo by Alec Baldwin, playing a bigot who calls for like-minded Americans to rise up and defend our holy white Protestant values, a scene that would be risible if it weren't also distressingly resonant with modern hate-mongers. Article continued below. Lee saves his greatest rage for a documentary. Coda, a no-holds-barred depiction of the slaying of anti-fascist protester Heather Heyer by a white supremacist sympathizer during a Unite the Right event on August 12, 2017 in Charlottesville, Virginia. It's no accident that this film is being released near the first anniversary of that horrific event. The coda shows the slaying of Heyer, 32, and the injuring of 19 other people, after a man drove his car into a group of people protesting the Unite the Right event that drew hundreds of neo-Nazi, Ku Klux Klan and other so-called alt-right supporters to Charlottesville last August. James Fields Jr. of Ohio, a Nazi sympathizer, has been charged with first-degree murder. Heyer's death is seen from different angles, including footage that hasn't previously been widely viewed. Lee said his staff sought out cell phone videos from onlookers and sources to obtain a more complete view of the tragedy. Peter Howell is the star's movie critic based in Toronto. Follow him on Twitter, at Peter Howell. Film BlacKkKlansman starring John David Washington, Adam Driver, Laura Harrier and Topher Grace. Directed by Spike Lee. Opens Friday at major theaters. 135 minutes. 14A.